Alright, physics question 2. So we are given a gun. Okay, so this gun shoot a bullet of mass 20 gram. Okay, so this bullet travel from rest initially is vehicle to 0, right? And before it hits the wall, right, it has a speed of 130 meter per second. Okay, so now this bullet travel at a speed of 130 meter per second, pierces a thin plastic wall and emerges, okay, with a speed of 55 meter per second. Right, so basically after going through the wall, right, the speed will decrease. Okay, so decrease to about how much? 55, okay, meter per second. Alright, so how do I find the work done by the wall on the bullet? Right, so basically, why does the speed decrease? Okay, so initially it's 130 meter per second, right? Now become, after piercing through, is 55 meter per second. Clearly there's a loss of energy, right? Okay, loss, right? So okay, so the good thing about this question is that you can see that it's linear, or it's in a straight line. Okay, so there's no like going up or going down. Okay, so I don't need to care about my GPE, right? So I only need to care about the kinetic energy, right? So if you remember your principal conservation of energy equation, right, this is the full equation. Okay, so in ideal case where there's no resistive forces, where there's no frictional forces, this term is 0. Okay, but in practical term, because maybe there's frictional forces, so I have to include this term. Okay, this term, right? So okay, so let's try. Okay, so GPE1, before I start my calculation, I'm interested in this point and this point. Okay, I'm not interested in the when the velocity is 0. Okay, so I'm interested in the 130 meter per second, that is before, and after is 55 meter per second. Right. Okay, so my GPE1 is 0, right? KE1 is just half mv square, right? So half times 20 gram. So 20 gram in terms of kg is about 0.02 kg, right? So v square is about 130. Okay, 130 square. Right, so this is the kinetic energy just before I hit the plastic wall. Right, so now after hitting the plastic wall, my KE 2 is equal to half 0.02 55 square. Right, so just erase this. Okay, so this is the aftermath kinetic energy. Okay, remember when we are doing energy, there's no such thing called I lose energy. Alright, there's only energy is converted from one form to the other form. Alright, so we can say that the energy, the loss in kinetic energy is basically the work done by your wall, external force, right? Okay, external force is something like your wall. Alright, so GPE2 is also 0. Okay, and now I want to find what is this. Okay, so let's calculate. So for this KE1, okay, I should get 2.01 times 130 square. Okay, so I should get about 169 joules. Right, so for the KE2, I should get this. Okay, 0.01. Okay, so I should get about 30.25 joules. Right, so yeah, all right, so basically you just make your work done by external force the subject of the formula. Right. Okay, so you should get 169 minus away 30.25. Okay, so 169 minus 30.25. Right, so you should get about 138.75 joules. Right, so just round off to your 3SF, 139 joules. Yeah, right, so you are correct. Okay, yeah.